Hope y'all are having a great day on this Friday. TGIF. TGIF. Thought I'd come and do a live on Shilo Sanders. You know, Shilo Sanders was waived from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after a preseason game in which he got ejected. And we have not heard from Shiloh since he was waived, and he hasn't posted anything on social media. He wasn't on social media a lot even before he was waived. I think maybe that's just a part of just locking in, when you're especially trying to make a team. So this is the first time Shiloh is talking to the public. He put out a video. It's a little over 4 minutes long, just to, I guess, tell us like what's in the title, what now? So let's take a listen and see what Shiloh has to say.
What's going on with y'all, man? I ain't been posting in a long time. I've been focusing on football. You know what I'm saying? When I'm locked in on football, I don't really be on social media and stuff. But as you can see by the title of this video, I got waived by the Buccaneers. First and foremost, I just want to say I believe in God, and I know God always got a plan for me. He always had, and regardless of anything that's ever happened to me, I've always came out on top. I've always came out winning. And I feel like this is just part of my story. To grow and do bigger and better things. Whether it's finding another team, whether it's getting another opportunity in the NFL, it is what it is. I truly believe God, and I don't question anything, and I believe everything happens for a reason. But
I tell you what, a lot of us remember seeing the reality show with Shiloh and Shadur's, and I forget the daughter's name, but their mother, Pilar, who was married to Dion. They had a reality show for a little while. And a lot of us know about the aftermath with the divorce. It was ugly. And the kids were torn. I think the parents still don't mingle much at all, especially if Dion has anything to do with it. But saying all that to say, whatever those challenges were, when you look at like how Shador handles himself publicly, and now how Shiloh is presenting himself publicly, and what is a very stressful and I'm sure disappointing time for him, they handle themselves so well. So whatever those challenges were, the things we were privy to because of the reality show, or because prime time is prime time and his business is in the news, regardless of whatever that was, looks like they did a good job with the kids, and the kids turned out well because they just come across as just very solid and sure-footed when they're going through some things that would be extremely challenging for a lot of folks. And I'm sure it's challenging for them, but it's how they handle it that is just it's something to see.
my time being up here with the Buccaneers has been nothing but great. Just the city, my teammates, my coaches, everybody's always poured in love and support towards me, and I'll forever be grateful for that. And I truly just want to say I appreciate everyone for everything. I've had the best time up here in Tampa, but everything just happens for a reason, and it is what it is. So I've been talking to my agent, and we're waiting on the next opportunity. If that's the NFL, cool. But God's blessed me with a lot of talents to do other things other than play football. And I feel like in every athlete's life, it becomes a point to where the game ends for you. And I'm not saying that's what it is now. I'm just saying mentally I'm good because I know that I got a lot of talents and I've been blessed. And basically every athlete comes to this point to where you find yourself without the game of football, and then you thinking about what can you do next? What now?
And I'm glad he mentioned that about every athlete comes to this point where you come to potentially the end of your sport and you say, what now? And because, if you have been an athlete, and I don't care what level you may have achieved, if you played a sport that you dedicated a lot of your life to, it is hard when that is over. It is hard. I don't care if you play, let's say, a club sport all through like middle school, high school. You played on your school teams, and then it's the end of the road. You don't play in college, or you play in college, and then after college, it's the end of the road because you don't play pro. Or if you play pro, or if you make pro and play pro, whatever that tenure of your career is, it's over. That is hard. It's a hard adjustment, and it's something that I really think athletes don't really talk about enough. I've had family members who have played sports long term. I have a daughter who played volleyball a long time, and even just watching her transition from playing club volleyball for years, school volleyball, so might as well say she was playing volleyball year round. She did not play volleyball in college, but when her sport ended, it was like she almost had to find herself or find a huge part of herself, because playing sports and playing volleyball almost year round, that was a huge part of her identity. So I just like that he did mention that, athletes come to that point where no matter how far they may have made it in on their journey, what level they may have achieved, they come to a point where now you have to do something else other than your sport. And that is a hard adjustment.
And I'm thankful for my family, my friends, and just my support system. I've been cool. I've been good. Um, the NFL is just, I mean, they call it not for long league. Nothing's ever certain. Even if you make the team, it's not certain. So you always want to not really have a backup plan, but you always want to have other interests that you're interested in. I've always done that my whole life, playing football with music, acting, modeling. Um, I'm well versed, and my parents made sure of that. So, I've been prepared for anything to happen because you never know what could happen. But I truly believe God got a big plan for me, and I'm grateful to bring y'all along with me and keep y'all updated on everything. Um, I've been seeing y'all's comments, y'all's DMs. I appreciate all the love and support, but I wanted to make this video today to make sure y'all know that I'm straight.
And I'm glad he did that because we care about these Sanders kids. We care very much about what's happening with them since they've left Colorado, because, we all know how most of us feel about the draft and Shador, but we were also keeping an eye on Shiloh, just hoping that he would do well. And he may get on picked up by another team. There have been some false stories in the press, like he's been picked up by. I saw one where they said he was picked up by the Steelers, and then I saw another one, maybe even this morning, where they were suggesting he was picked up by, and they were fake stories and probably AI generated stories. I hate that so much because that stuff is getting so good. It's kind of hard to assess what's real and not. Sometimes when I see things like that, I go immediately to like well respected. I know it's going to, if that happened, that's going to be on ESPN. That's going to be on Sports Illustrated. And I didn't see it there, so I knew it wasn't real. But yeah, so he might still get picked up by another team, but I like the way that he's talking here, where he is accepting that his life moving forward might include football, or it may not, but either way, it's up for him. And I love that that's his attitude.
Everything great, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. Uh, Especially thank you to the Buccaneers for even giving me this opportunity. Y'all seen how the draft was. Y'all know I'm lucky to even get a shot. Seeing how Shador went, I knew what was gonna happen to me going undrafted. So to spend this time with the Buccaneers, to be able to learn from all the great coaches we have up there, and just being in a great building with some great players, is it was a great experience for me, and I'm forever grateful for that. And I just want to make this video to let y'all know everything's great, and I'm just staying in shape, staying ready for the next opportunity, and we'll be ready for anything. I appreciate y'all.
Well done, Shiloh. Well done. I feel a little sadness there, but what we should expect a little sadness there. I am again so proud of how he's handling this moment. And I am so proud that he took the time just to drop a video to let us know that he's good and he's okay. Because obviously he knows that there are so many people out here, who are just rooting for him and his brother, his dad, just rooting for them and wanting them to be good and successful, whether it's football or not. So I'm glad he took the time to just, hey, I know y'all been checking on me, and I just want y'all to know where I'm at right now. So I respect that so much. So again, just wanted to share the live, the share what Shiloh is saying. First time he's talked on social media since he was waived by Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we'll see. We'll see what's next for Shiloh. Like I said, whatever it is, I'm sure it's up and up for Shiloh from here. Thank y'all for watching the video. Please thumbs up the video, drop a comment. And if you are not a subscriber to the channel, please consider subscribing. I appreciate your support. And until the next time, bye y'all.